Today, I have decided to discuss some questions, some numerical problems from the chapter Energy, which may be important from the assessment 2 point of view, which is going to start in the next week. So here is the first one. Explain the conservation of mechanical energy with the help of an object in free fall. Okay. Since we know that mechanical energy is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. Okay. And conservation of mechanical energy states that energy may be transformed, okay, from one form into another. And we have to explain this principle, conservation of energy, with the help of an object in free fall. Okay, here I am using a ball, okay, which is freely falling, okay, from A to B. The ball is dropped from point A, okay, and after some time the ball reaches point B just above the ground. Okay, so here we will focus on the conservation of energy. Okay, so first of all, write down the kinetic energy and potential energy at point A. Okay, so write down at point A the kinetic energy. What is kinetic energy at point A? Since the ball is dropped, okay, from point A, so the speed is 0. Okay, so the kinetic energy is 0. Okay, because kinetic energy depends on mass and speed. When speed is 0, the kinetic energy becomes 0. Now it has some potential energy. Okay, potential energy is there is something potential energy, some potential energy known as gravitational potential energy, okay, associated with this ball, because the ball is at a certain height from the ground. Okay, so in this case the ball possesses gravitational potential energy. So the potential energy at point A is gravitational potential energy. Okay, now the mechanical energy at point A, the mechanical energy at point A is the sum of these two. Okay, means the kinetic energy at point A plus potential energy at point A. Okay, so this is the total mechanical energy at point A. Now after some time the ball reaches point B. Okay, so at point B, now write down the kinetic energy and potential energy at point B. So here there is at point B the ball possesses some kinetic energy because the ball hits the ground with some speed. Okay, so it has kinetic energy, it has kinetic energy, some kinetic energy, which is given by half mv square, mass of the ball and speed with which the ball hits the ground, okay, is v. So it is half mv square. Okay, if the ball hits the ground with speed v and mass of the ball is m. M is equals to mass of ball. Okay, then this is the kinetic energy of the ball at point B. Now, what is potential energy at point B? In the diagram, there is no vertical height, okay, at point B. So, the gravitational potential energy is 0 here, okay, because gravitational potential energy is mgh. H is the vertical height. So, at point B, the vertical height is 0 of this ball. So, the potential energy is 0. Now, the mechanical energy at point B is again the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy at point B. Kinetic energy at point B plus potential energy at point B. Okay. And according to the conservation of mechanical energy, the mechanical energy at every point, okay, in the journey, okay, during the journey from A to B, at every single point, the total mechanical energy is constant, is equal, is same. Okay, so the total mechanical energy at point A should be equal to the total mechanical energy at point B. Okay, now put the values. The kinetic energy at A here, kinetic energy at A plus potential energy at A is equals to kinetic energy at B plus potential energy at B. And look, kinetic energy at A is 0. This is 0. And potential energy at B is 0. So it means the potential energy at A is equal to the kinetic energy at B. Okay. So it comes out to be the potential energy at A is equals to kinetic energy at B. Okay. So this result depicts that the potential energy at point A is totally converted into kinetic energy at point B. Okay, and this is the principle of conservation of energy. Okay.